Now, Wave 31 Storm Tracker meteorologist Grace Anello with 31 Triple Doppler.
All right, Grace, so those temperatures have cooled off just a little bit. Still hot out there, obviously.
Yes.
It is summer, right? And you're
Hot
tracking
and
some
muggy.
storms too. Yes. So that's why we're still in a 31 alert day, technically.
We are. So kind of an interesting mix. We saw that extreme heat earlier this afternoon. Then we saw several severe storms later this afternoon and into this evening. Well, now the storms are dying down, but we're actually going to see those temperatures ramp back up a little bit before they cool off for the night. So plenty to talk about. Let's take a look right now, though, at 31 Triple Doppler, 5:17 p.m. on your Saturday. And here's what you're looking at as you head out the door. Like we talked about, most of that severe threat is now to our south. Most of that widespread rain is now to our east, but we're still seeing plenty of rain right here, a little bit closer to home in the Tennessee Valley. Looking at some showers and some storms pushing south and east of Russellville, crossing over and making their way into Haleyville. Now, Red Bay, you're pretty much done with rain for the evening, and that is a win. Moulton, there's plenty of rain and even some thunder and lightning in your area headed towards Decatur and into eastern Morgan County. This system is not severe, but again, bringing gusty wind and plenty of flashes of lightning. We're also seeing widespread rain east of the corridor, starting to see that diminish along the Alabama-Tennessee state line, but Marshall County, pushing into DeKalb, Etowah, and Cherokee counties, you're still getting torrential rain in your region. So still plenty to talk about, but nothing severe at the moment. And I'm expecting all of this to get out of our system by just about dinner time tonight. Now, like we talked about with Brittany, these rain and these storms have really cooled down our temperatures. But what we're going to see is actually a slight increase in temperatures over the next several hours. And then once the sun sets, then we'll decrease again. So a little bit of a roller coaster motion there. 74 in Huntsville, 77 in Guntersville, and 78 presently in Muscle Shoals. But feeling significantly warmer than that once you add in those dew points. We are very, very muggy. And here's a look at that roller coaster. By about 8 o'clock, we will have rebounded into the low 80s. But then, of course, the sun will be setting just about that point, and then we'll cool off again for the rest of the night. One thing that's going to stay with us is going to be that excessive and dense cloud cover throughout the rest of our evening. We'll say goodbye to plenty of these storms by the time we get closer to 6 o'clock, and by 7:30 and 8, almost all of us will be dry. One or two leftover thunderstorms or a sprinkle cannot be ruled out, but the severe threat at that point will have diminished, and many of us will be cloudy but completely dry for the rest of the night. When you first wake up on Sunday morning, this is Sunday at 6 a.m., some of us in Sand Mountain could have 1 or 2 sprinkles of rain and even a clap or two of thunder, but many of the rest of us across the valley will stay dry. If you do see that rain or that 1 or 2 isolated thunderstorms in the morning, that'll get out of the way by the time we get just past breakfast time. However, later in the afternoon, the severe threat does ramp back up, and we do see more scattered showers and storms in the area. They'll be pop-up in nature, no real rhyme or reason, but they'll stay with us through the afternoon and even evening. So whereas today we're saying these storms are starting to die off around dinner time, that's not the case tomorrow. I'm going to need you to stay weather aware with me well into bedtime and even into the morning time hours. Now, Sunday is a big day. We do have that heat advisory in effect for almost all of our counties, but we also have that severe weather risk in effect. If you're in yellow, you're in a level 2 out of 5. If you're in green, you're in a level 1 out of 5, and that's mainly for the afternoon and evening. At 8 a.m. on Sunday, temperatures will be in the low 80s, but then our high temperature for the day, 96 degrees and humid with plenty of rain coming in the forecast. Here's a quick look at your 4th of July forecast. We'll have some showers and storms in the morning time and afternoon. Your high temperature will sit about 90 degrees, but then by the time we get to dinner time, conditions will be cloudy, but still warm in the mid 80s, and fireworks should be good to go as conditions will be dry at that point. So here's a look at your 10-day forecast. Go ahead and stay weather aware with me on Sunday for that heat as well as for those storms. We're going to keep scattered shower and storm chances in the forecast almost each day of the rest of the work week. The trash pandas are going to be dodging those storms, but at least one thing we know for sure, 4th of July fireworks should be good to go.
That's good. I think that's what people want to hear.
Yes, that's what I want to be able to tell them, so that's good.
Exactly. All right.